Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? Marcus Maye is back with the New Orleans Saints, served the 3-game suspension for violating the league's substance abuse policy. It was, it's all relating to his DUI. He was sentenced to 6 months probation and a plea deal. So it was all relation to that. The corresponding move for the New Orleans Saints is that they waived offensive lineman Tommy Kramer. So Kramer out, made room to bring Marcus Maye back on the 53-man roster. Maye started the first 2 games of the season, was really productive. Had 13 tackles there in the first 2 games, had a sack, had a pick, and then we saw what happened. He is hit with the 3-game suspension, and then rookie Jordan Howden stepped up and filled in admirably and started there against New England this past weekend, broke up a couple of passes, and was pretty active. And the Saints kind of flexed their defensive muscle a little against New England. Now, granted, that was against Mac Jones and the Patriots, who were really scuffling offensively. That's putting it mildly. A week prior, with the Saints playing at home against Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it was a pretty dreadful performance by the Saints standards, but they also pitched a shutout on the road in Lambeau for 3 quarters before folding late. So the fact that you got young guys like Jordan Howden, that great experience, and now you get Marcus Maye back is a huge boost. Keep in mind, you're going on the road to Houston this weekend, and you're facing a Houston team that isn't one of the best scoring teams in the league. They're kind of in the middle. Houston's averaging 23 points a game. That's 12th. So they're in the top half of the NFL in scoring offense. But where they've been most impressive, and some of this has been out of necessity, has been in their passing offense. CJ Stroud has been pretty spectacular here to start his NFL career. The Houston Texans are 3rd in the NFL in passing offense at 274 yards per game. That's the reason why people are pretty gung-ho right now on CJ Stroud. And to this point, 7 touchdowns, no interception. CJ Stroud, rookie quarterback, has not thrown an interception yet. And this past Sunday in Atlanta, he led what probably should have been a game-winning touchdown drive. And he threw a dime for a touchdown pass on a 4th down situation, about 18 yards from the end zone. It was 3rd and 10, and he threw the touchdown pass from 18 yards out and showed his late-game ability coupled with his elite passing ability, which we've already seen. And it's not like he's looking at this great, deep, talented roster of pass catchers. Nico Collins is their leading receiver. Tank Dell and Robert Woods are 2 and 3, and then Dalton Schultz is 4th, followed by Damian Pierce, the running back, 5th. So it's not like he's out here throwing to Justin Jefferson. It's not like he's even throwing out to DeAndre Hopkins, who, of course, was at one time with the Houston Texans. CJ Stroud is out there doing this largely because he's showing his ability to transition as a rookie. D'Amico Ryans on Monday was asked about that last drive that the Texans went on where it looked like C.J. Stroud was going to lead that 4th quarter touchdown drive on the road.
It was very encouraging to see C.J., young quarterback, right, not flinch. Right, last drive of the game, we needed to go down and go score. He didn't flinch, operated with, precision. Everybody was on it. The ball placement, the decision-making, right, just overall collective as offense, seeing them drive down, it was encouraging. That's what you want to see. It was true poise from a young quarterback, and that's what it takes to play the toughest position in sports. It takes poise, and he has it.
That's high praise from D'Amico Ryans, who seems like he's found his future and his franchise in C.J. Stroud. I get it, it's 5 games in, but so far the Texans at just 2 and 3, the offense is churning, and you got to believe D'Amico Ryans, such a defensive guru, is going to make the Texans, a bear to handle defensively. But what's interesting is that on Stroud's 2 lowest passing totals is when they've lost. They've relied on him to win games. He threw in the opener for just 242 yards on the road at Baltimore. They lost 25-9. And then this last weekend against Atlanta, he threw for 249. Those are his 2 lowest passing totals on the season so far. I mentioned the receivers for Houston. Nico Collins is their leading receiver with 25 catches for 467 yards. Their second leading receiver is Tank Dell, who's got 19 catches for 324. Tank Dell is questionable for this week against New Orleans. Here was an update from D'Amico Ryans on the rookie wide receiver.
Tank is in the protocol, and we'll see how he progresses throughout the week. Hopefully he starts to feel better. Definitely hurts, not having him out there. Tank is an explosive playmaker for us, but just really our thoughts with Tank to make sure that he gets back healthy as soon as possible.
Tank Dell, as you mentioned, in the concussion protocol, so quite possibly with New Orleans going to Houston this week, rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud going against this Saints defense, getting Marcus Maye back, and quite possibly the Texans not having Tank Dell. And it's worth noting as well, it's not like Stroud has had this sort of, easy wading into the shallow end start to his NFL career. They opened up on the road against Baltimore. They played Indy at home, went to Jacksonville, got a win. They were home against the Steelers and won 30-6. And then this last week, they went to Atlanta and lost 21-19 again, where it looked like they'd put together the game-winning drive late. So C.J. Stroud has been tested throughout the first month of his rookie season. But the Saints, great defense. Got to go on the road, but Saints, great defense. Will play the Houston Texans, who could be without Tank Dell, the second leading receiver for the Texans. We'll keep an eye on that as the week goes along. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.